in the nasal cavity as well. So that means I need to do that. As well as there's the parotid gland and the masseter on the outside, which we'll talk about a little bit later on. So there are things that I have to be able to ask on here. So that means I'm limited to what I can ask on here, which means that more than likely I'm going to have to use at least one of these, if not the entire thing, in order to ask some additional questions with the mouth. Yes?
Was that the tonsils down there that you were, or the tonsils down
there? Where?
Like over here?
These?
Yeah.
No, these are actually the salivary glands. So there are 3 salivary glands. I was going to talk about it a little bit later on, but I can talk about it now. There's the parotid gland. There are 3 salivary glands associated with the mouth. So on the outside of the mouth, there's the parotid gland, and this is what this one is. And it's like right here on the outside of your cheek. And it sits right basically on top of this muscle right here, which is called the masseter. You should be familiar with the masseter from AP1 because that's the muscle associated with chewing or mastication. And so that's why it's called the masseter. And that's that muscle right there. Now, there are 2 more glands, salivary glands, that secrete saliva into your mouth. One happens to be below your tongue. So the one below your tongue is called the sublingual. Okay? And then there's 2 here on this model that happen to be below the mandible. And these are called the submandibulars. So that's what these are. So these would be below the mandibles. So below the mandibles are the submandibular. Below the tongue would be the sublingual. Okay? That look good? Okay. The first one was the parotid. Parotid. Parotid.
And what else can you ask on that model? What else can you ask on the model?
Well, I can ask, like, for instance, the nasal concha. I can ask the nasal meatus. I can ask the